Utube, familia. I hope you're all dandy. I'm currently driving to King's Gym. It's saying an hour. Bit of an absurd time to train, travelling from Sidcup to Croydon. But I like these early fastest sessions. We've got legs minus Joe. We're B-less, so it's just B and C today. We're attacking the pendulum. Now I can't remember what we loaded up on the pendulum last time round.
I haven't touched it.
If I find a clip, I'll put it in. But we're going very well at the moment on the hack. But don't necessarily think that if you're progressing certain movements well in areas of body parts, that when you jump on to a similar piece of equipment, that's going to fly up too. Someone said, well, you incline bench. I managed to get like 5 and a bit plates on Cybex, and someone said, what do you incline bench? And I said, not a clue. He was like, definite 3 plates a side. And that's not a guaranteed. Anyway, I'm just going to focus on driving so I don't die, so I'll catch you in the gym. Just like old times. Just like old times. Feels good to be back. I don't miss the drive and the Croydon traffic. Same sort of similar structure to our usual Friday sessions. Adductor machine, then we'll go on to some leg extensions or some lying hamstring curls, and then we'll go in and we'll treat the pendulum as we would the Cybex hack and our leg press. I think they've got a lever leg press which is quite nice, so we'll substitute our usual hammer strength for that one. One.
Good. Control it. Drive hard into the pad. That's where the prime comes in.
Yeah, the prime.
That doesn't drop off at all.
Oh, fucking hell.
Good. Keep moving.
G1.
Yeah, on this topic. Let's go. Nice.
So we figured out from YouTube it was 4 plates last time we did. 5 felt good on the warm up. We'll go 6 on the top. 6 for 6, easy. Let's go. Let's go. 6 for 6.
Right here, let's
yes. Hey.
Press hard. Oh yeah. Good, Tom. Press. Good, I'm right on your heels. Let's go. Press. Good. 3's there. Good.
Shit.
You know you can push through. Woo. Come on. Press. Good. Didn't touch you. Let's go. This is the rep now. Yappa. Good. Smooth.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
7 on there. I reckon.
Yes.
Oh. I just knew I got that point. I was like, oh, fuck it.
I thought I was being told off. Oh.
Good. What do you want to do now? Last set, best set. Yes. Right here. Same as the last one. And press. Top 2 more. This is it. on. Yup. Good.
Hold on. Is that upside down? Niet. Got a new lens. We're reinvesting back into the business. Had a very successful couple of months on the members site. Appreciate every single individual man, woman and child that has signed up. We are using that money to reinvest in better equipment and also using that money to reinvest into the new office we're moving into to drive content up. So lens number 1 of 2 has come. Got this on eBay. 24mm 1.4. I'm very excited. This will be the main camera in the office. It will be there all the time on the Canon R6, so I can get in with my coffee, click record, and we can get going. Should we geek out a little bit on what camera terminology means? So this is 24mm. That's the distance between the lens and the glass. So like cinema, I think, is like Super 35. If our eyesight, like if we were to stand here and get a lens that would match our eyesight, probably be about 50. The f-stop 1.4 refers to the aperture, how much light comes in. So I'm currently shooting an f4, which isn't, you know, when it gets a little bit darker, the f4 has a bit of trouble. It bumps the ISO up, a bit noisy. An f2 would allow twice as much light in as an f4. So you can imagine an f1.4, very good. Nice depth of field on this too. So fantastic for lower light conditions, can work that right down, don't have to bump the ISO up. Let's go and make a coffee scene with the new lens.
You take a sound, any sound, record it, and then change its nature by a multiplicity of operations. You record it at different speeds, you play it backwards, you add it to itself over and over again. You adjust filters, echoes, acoustic qualities, you combine segments of magnetic tape.
As you can probably see, it's a sharp lens, look at that. Autofocus is okay, tracking it too. I was toying between getting one of these and getting the Sigma 24mm Art 1.4. Now the Sigma 1.4 is about half the price brand new of one of these, but I wangled a good deal on eBay. I drive a hard bargain. I messaged this fella on eBay and said, look, I've got a shoot on Monday, I need this 24 ASAP. He was like, I'm glad it's going to a good cause. So I paid cheaper than a brand new Sigma 1.4, so good deal. I think when you're getting lenses, even bodies, it's probably a better idea to get them second hand. I need to get used to the depth, and it's a little bit too close for me. Usually shooting on like a 16 to 35 up close, it's a little bit wider. But this will be my stationary lens inside the office. So I'm waiting for my Canon R6. No point in me buying a Canon R5, it's way too much money. GG is buying the Canon C70 when that comes out in November. So from a videography aspect for the members site and the content that we were creating, he's got that covered. There's no point in me buying that outrageously expensive camera body. So R6 is on its way, and that will be set up in the office all the time for our new Ask TMC series. We'll have the screen up and it will just be there. So I can come into the office, boom, tripod's on, I ain't got to set it up. We're also going to Smith's in Wapping. Smith's in Wapping was closed the other day because did they all get it? Few staff members got COVID. They contracted the COVID, closed it down. That was in quite the same sort of vicinity when we went, wasn't it? Oh. I'm fine. So we're going there just to celebrate our 6 years together. 6 years.
That's just drug smuggling.
It felt like 30 years. Today's outfit. Remember the preview from Mykonos, the two-piece, the black? That with I think this is Zara. Yeah, Zara. Last season, I don't know if you're able to grab it, but I'm sure there's many Many a coat like it. It's the dog tooth kind of print. Bang some black Dr. Martens. We're getting into that territory now. The Dr. Martens are back. We want to kind of get us both on there.
I look like an old lady.
I just dropped a camera off to one of the fans. Doing my bit.
I could have offered to take the picture, but
She was doing, she did her 3-second timer before we got into position, crunch. I said, look, put the 10-second on.
10 seconds.
Listen, I wanted to do a little skit on tips on how to maintain a successful relationship. Someone asked on the Instagram, we'll do it on the YouTube. Can you remember what we said on the Instagram?
I don't think I inputted into that.
Oh no, you didn't, I did.
Well done.
And you were just impressed with what I said?
Yeah.
One of my first points was just, take it easy. Get off each other's back. If she's going out with the girls, chill out. If I'm going out with the boys, you chill out.
Yeah.
I see you when I'm back, alright? Don't want any ag.
No.
But boys, maybe a little message when you're out.
Yes.
Because what I used to do was
Communication.
I used to ignore her.
No, and use them tell white lies.
I used to say to her, yeah, I'll be back in 10. I'm in the cab. I'm still at the afters 3 hours later.
That's such a true story.
Communication is key, I think, there, ladies and gents. What's the second point? Around each other, staying fresh.
Yeah.
Don't sit there in your bean-ridden t-shirt.
And passing wind and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really anti that. I'm really against
Going
that.
to the toilet and stuff.
Yeah,
like in front
just
of each other.
yeah. Keep it all nice. Keep it.
Where are you going
Where
then?
am I going? Because I can't get through there. Keep it all fresh. Fresh like tracky. Do you know what I mean? Fresh pajamas and that. I usually wear the Gandhis around the house. Third point, outfits. Keep it clicking. And summers.
I feel like even just nice underwear in
Love
bed.
honey.
You always say that, don't you? Can you just put some nice knickers on?
Yeah. Yeah, like that's another one. What else we got? Communication, stay tight.
I feel like bodybuilder wise, just being like transparent about how tough things are gonna get.
Yeah, don't let them, yeah.
Don't like lure them into a false sense.
Just say, look, I'm going into prep for 6 months.
It's gonna be shit.
I'll fly you out to Greece in 6 months.
But have something to look forward to at the end.
Yeah, we can still do stuff. I mean, the boys are on prep next year, so we said we'd go away in like March to Marbella, where we can still eat, train and that, but then the girlfriends get, do you know what I mean? It's not just anyway, there's just a few tips on
how to stay.
date nights as well. Date nights are
date
good.
nights and date days. My arm's hurting now.
Is it?
Bye guys. Oh shit, that is heavy.
It is heavy, isn't it? Can you take it off me actually? I'm driving. It's a damn good day. We had the 24mm arrive the other day. I shot some content for my uncle yesterday for his work, and it is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. What a fantastic lens. Very much looking forward to using that. And then this absolute beast. I mean, God, it's fucking huge. It came in the post yesterday. The Canon 15 to 35mm. These are their new RF lenses, so I don't have to use an attachment. I'm using an attachment now. I'm currently shooting on a 16 to 35 f4. This is a 2.8, so again, allows a little bit more lighting, and we've got 1mm extra of width. So we'll change the lenses now, and you can see what this one looks like, because Joey D messaged me yesterday and said you went for it. So this is what it looks like, Joe. I miss you, Joe. I hope you're doing well, mate. I do miss you. Ding! Should be a little wider and a little brighter. I've not done anything to the blinds, and we're still fixated in the same position with the tripod. Maybe a little clearer. To me, the image looks a little bit more crispy. Maybe a little more depth. My face looks a little clearer, and the colours look a little bit better as well. I hope that clears it up for you, Joe. I know it's not been a very in-depth review, but I will be using this lens all the time now, because I'm selling this 16 to 35mm. So if anyone wants it, do holler at your boy. I keep my equipment in very good, pristine condition. I'm OCD like that. I just sold my Canon G7X Mark III to a follower, and he said, wow, it's almost like brand new. Talking of followers, I'm going to finish with a message. Message? It's a question. Hi mate, just started online coaching and creating YouTube slash Instagram content. Congratulations, welcome to the rat race. Have you any tips on cameras or equipment, or should I just stick with my iPhone, in brackets, iPhone 11 Pro? Oof, thanks. So if you are just starting out in the game and you are also too indecisive, do I upgrade to a camera? Do I maybe upgrade my phone? So if you've got like an iPhone 8 and you're coming towards the end of a contract, do you stick with the same phone or go to like an 11 Pro, for example? I'm in the camp where we should start at the very bottom. I'm not like that sort of, this generation needs to stop skipping Malia and Zanti and going straight to Ibiza. We need to stop skipping the bare minimum, going straight to these ridiculously overpriced DSLR or mirrorless cameras. I first started my YouTube career on an iPhone 5 in my mum's, as you know, I bang on about it a lot. I started my YouTube career, probably for about a year I was using an iPhone 5. And I was taking it to the gym, I was vlogging on it, front facing camera, back facing when I'm in the gym, setting up the lighting, etc. And I think it's important, especially from a film or videography aspect, to get that understanding of just pure shot selection and not let the camera do the work. You should do the work. You know, Casey Neistat did a very good tweet the other day about how we, in terms of film at the moment and content creation, it's too much. It's too plugins. It's too much light, and you're taking away from the beauty of film. So I would recommend, my friend, you are on the 11 Pro, which I'm on now. I would stick with that, and what we can do is we can add to your phone to make your content look a little cleaner and a little fresher. Now, for people watching, I've just pulled this up on Free Network. You can get unlimited minutes, unlimited data, and with an upfront cost of 79 quid for £59 a month, or the phone outright is 750 quid. Now, for 750 quid, you could get a Canon G5 Mark II. You could probably get a G7X Mark III. You could probably get a Sony RX100 Mark, God knows whatever, the top flight one. And these are fantastic point and shoot cameras. They really are. They are sublime. The new G7X Mark III comes with an additional adapter now, so you can plug in a microphone into the camera, so the audio is covered. A lot of the time, the problem with point and shoots is that the audio lacks a little bit, and this is when iPhones run a little bit more superior, because you can plug in your headphones, you can wear wireless headphones, and that makes all the difference. I'm a very big believer with content that lighting and audio should be key here. So let's stick with the iPhone 11. Just a heads up, I'm doing a very in-depth videography course on my member site coming soon, and we're going to go through video editing software, we're going to go through tech, we're going to go through lighting, we're going to go through colour grading as well. We're getting Gordon on board for that particular segment, so that's to come, but I just want to keep it very basic with this gentleman here. So what can we do to your iPhone to help improve the overall quality of your content? So if you go on to Joby, you can get yourself a Gorillapod, and these are the Gorillapods. I think this is a 5K one. This is the big one that I use for when I vlog with this big camera here. But you can get like a 2K or a 3K one that's slightly smaller, and make sure you get this sort of ball head here. Don't get the one where it's just flat, because when it's flat it's very hard to get an angle. Okay, so when you're in the gym, you want to have this head on it so that you can put it on a bar and then make that loose, and then you can turn it around and get a nice shot. Okay, so you can get the Grip Tight Pro 2 Gorillapod. That's for your phone for £72.95. You can get a Grip Tight Action Kit, which looks the sort of same really, for £33. All-in-one video tripod stand for smartphones, pro grade phone tripod. Save your money, 33 quid. It looks absolutely fine. So that will cover you from the perspective of allowing nice shot selection. Okay, the image stabilization on these iPhones is actually getting far better. Sometimes when I'm out filming Elle, for example, when I'm walking down, it's very good. The second is audio, as I mentioned at the beginning. Now, when I'm doing some Instagram content like Q&As, they're not here, but I will use my AirPods. Okay, so when I'm sitting here, I'll use my AirPods. You can even use the wired headphones that you get with your iPhone when it comes, and they're absolutely fine. You know, when you're doing live Q&As for Instagram, you just started out on Instagram, so when you're pushing content like that on your stories, just stay consistent with that audio. Keep that audio, that high quality audio, high throughout. You can get attachments as well from Amazon that go into the bottom of your phone, and you can create almost like an external microphone on there. The gentleman that I gave the camera to on Sunday had a very nice setup. I think he had some sort of a gimbal with an audio device on there too. So that's what you can also look into. But to keeping it very bare and stripping it right back, AirPods or wired headphones will just increase that audio. The next is lighting. So I use, I can never pronounce this. Neuer. I like Neuer, maybe like Manuel Neuer. But I've got a couple of these. I'll use them for streaming. I've got a slightly smaller one here, and I've got a slightly bigger one. If you are creating content in a sit-down kind of setup like this, then it's vital that you have good lighting. Okay, so crank that lighting up. It means that the camera in your phone isn't having to do the work, and it then doesn't have to pull the quality of the phone. So with this particular contraption, you'll see is they have a little slot. So if you get one of these grip tight action kits, or possibly look at the Neuer ones, you can get where you connect your phone and the phone slides on the top, and then you turn the light on, and then you've got this really nice effect like the UFC Embedded, if you've seen the documentaries from them. A really nice effect in the eyes. A lot of females will use this for makeup tutorials as well. Lighting is key. Lighting and audio will always remain superior. You know, there are times when I'm watching content on YouTube and the quality may not be there, or it may be only uploaded like 720p for example, but the audio is fantastic, and generally the lighting is good, so I can stick with it. If you've got a 4K video and the audio is crackly and horrible, I'm turning off. I don't care how clean looking your video is, I'm off. So my advice, stick with the iPhone. Run this for 6 months. During that time, once you're creating content, if you are making some money from online coaching and from Instagram, then you can reinvest back into the business, upgrade yourself to a point and shoot. Again, run that for 6 to 12 months, see how you get on with it, and then you can upgrade to like a big Canon EOS R or 80D or 90D. But like I said, we'll be going into a lot more detail into tech and lighting and things like that. The last thing that I would mention is that you can get yourself like an app or a software where you play around with the colours. I do a lot of my Instagram posts on Final Cut, so I'll change my dimensions, for example. Like this is me doing leg extensions. I'll go up into video scopes, and then I will see what needs changing. White balance, have a play around with highlights. But you can do this in the Instagram app itself. So if you've taken an image and it's not quite 100%, you can easily, let me just pull up an image now. So that's of my Canon box, yeah. Click edit, and then you've got a whole host. This is without having to download an additional app. You can adjust brightness, contrast, structure. Don't bump the structure up too much. If you're doing body images, physique updates, don't bump that structure up. We've all done it, and that sharpen tool. Nothing above 5, I say. Highlight, shadow, so you can change and make the image pop straight away from just having adjustments in the Instagram app, and then you could get sign up to a few courses like Adobe or Photoshop. But I hope that has cleared up a few things for any individuals that are deciding, do I make the jump into spending 800, 750 quid on a point and shoot, or do I stick with my iPhone? I think you can get so much out of an iPhone, and it's also very nice. It's quick. That's what I miss vlogging back in the day when I had my iPhone 5. If I'm out in London and I like a shot or the bus is passing, it's just boom, 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 and I'm in. You know, sometimes point and shoot's like, got to get the framing right. Da, da, da. Even with this thing, I'm like, fuck. Do you know what I mean? That's the beauty of the iPhone. So I'll definitely stick with that. Invest in some lighting, invest in some audio. Again, you could always get like a cheap. If you're doing sit down stuff like this, you can always get a cheap. Am I rambling? Have you all left me? Fuck. If I'm sitting down like this, you could always get a very cheap podcast mic, and then that quality is, and then you just link up the audio. So I hope that helps for anyone that was watching and also is in the same problem. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm very hungry. I'm gonna go and have my fish, not a rice cake, fish and chips, oven chips. I do like these lenses. Stay tuned. My Canon R6 is coming very soon. I know Joe asked about that as well. I'm gonna leave you now. Thanks for watching. Any questions about anything related to this sort of content, tap away below. Happy to help. But I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, good night. Much love.